In this video, we are going to understand the concept of logical operators in Java. The logical operators, the best way to view these operators are, you can think of these as an extension of relational operators that you have learned in the previous video. So extension means these logical operators basically combine two or more different relations or comparisons together and give the result back. Now, there are two different ways that a result of comparison can be combined. The first way is an AND way of doing, and the second way is OR way of combining these two things. So and OR, these two are the different ways. Now in this video we are going to clarify those concepts, and those combinations are known as logical operators. So first let us try to understand different types of combinations which are the core part of the logical operator. Now from the previous video you already understood that, well, different comparisons returns or give you a boolean value, either true or false, as a result. So let me, in order to show the demo, let me introduce the result of two different comparisons, uh, either true or false. So let me call those variable like var result. I am using the same this name, or just for making it clear, var result of comparison 1 equals, let me initialize it with true. Then so this should be boolean. And also let me introduce another, let's say boolean var result of comparison 2, and that is also I'm initializing it with true. So in this demo I am going to change this value of true and false, value of these two different variables, and I will show you the result of different this and or way of combination. So let us take another variable where I am going to store the actual result. So boolean, let's call it var result of combination. So this combination will basically combine the result of comparison 1 and comparison 2 in using AND or OR operator. So let me show you different types of combination. So first way of combination is, I can write like, let's say the first comparison is this command V, and then command V. So this time it is basically combining true and true, right? So let us see what is the result of true and true. So let me just write down system.out.println, and I am printing the result of this entire comparison over here, this combination here. So I'm printing the value of this result of combination. So here it is. So now this is basically combining two different true together. This true can be the result of comparison 1 and comparison 2. So if I run it, I will see that if I combine two different true together, it should return true. I am getting an error because I forgot the semicolon over here. So let me add this semicolon and let me run it once again. So here, if the result of comparisons are true and they are combined using this AND operator, As you can see, the result is true. Now let us do for all the different combinations. So here I have checked true and true. Then let me check true, and I'm just changing one from true to false, the second one, that is true to false. So now if I just run it, I will see that if I do like true and false, it will return false as a result. And as you can see in here, not only that, instead of doing like true and false, if I do something like this, let's say this one is true and this one is false, just the other way. So this time it is doing false and true, so that will also return false. And the final combination that you can think of between two different comparisons, so we have checked true, true, both true, one of them as true and one of them as false, all these things. Now the last type of combination, like both of them are false. So what should it return? If I run this, if both the results are false and they are combined using AND, they are going to return as false. So this is how you can visualize these combination of different comparisons. So this is a demo of one type of combination. The first that is AND type of combination. Here actually you can say the result will return true only if both the values are true. Otherwise, in all the different cases, it will return false. You can go back to the go back to this video and check different results to check the truth of this statement. That is, when two comparisons are combined together utilizing an AND operator, then this result of combination will return true only if both the comparison are true. That is this one. Otherwise, in all the other cases, it will return false. So that's about the AND operator. Now let us focus on the second type of combination, that is OR type of combination. So here I am doing like this OR type of combination, which is denoted using these two different pipe symbols. So again, let's check with all the different type of combination. So the first type of combination is both true. So here if I just run it, as you can see, if both of them are true, then it is returning true. Now let us go for the second type of thing. Let me change either of them to false, one of them. So let me start with the second one. So the first one is true and the second one is false. So now if I run it, then you will see that, well, this is still true. And not only that, if I change the sequences, that is the first one is false and the second one is true, like this, then also it is returning true. And the only case when OR will return false is the next one, when both the values will be false, like this. So if I just run it like this, now you will get false. So once again, I will suggest just go back to the video when I started illustrating this OR operator and check the truth of the statement that OR operator will return false only if both the result of comparison that it is combining are false. Otherwise, it will return true. Now, let me show you a small trick how to remember all these things in a nice way. you can basically create a nice table called truth table, where you can write down all the results of this demo. So let me just write down this operator. So write down this truth table. So let's say the first type of comparison, let me call it var result of comparison 1. Instead of writing this entire name, I am just writing it as var1. Then the var result of comparison 2, instead of writing the entire name, I am writing it as var2. And then what I am going to do is I am just writing like this, var1, then and var2, and the other part also, var1 or var2. And in this table, I am going to note down all the different results that I have just shown. So what are the possible combination of var1 and var2? So it can be var1 is true, var2 is true, both are true. The second thing is either of them can be false. So there are two different ways you can write. The first one is false and the second one is true. The other way is the first one is true and the second one is false, like this. And the last type of combination is both of them are false together. So now if I just write it down, their results together, then it will be like this. So true, true, whenever I am doing combining them using AND, they will return true. All the other different cases for this AND type of comparison, it will return false. So the only case it will return true when both the comparisons are true. That's it. Now the second type of thing, like this, var or operation. So the only time the or will return false is the last example. That is when both of them are false, or will return false. Other than that, it will return true always, like this. So this is the only place it will return false. So this is called a truth table, which you can always try to create, and it will give you the easy illustration of the entire demo that I have shown in this video. Now let me introduce the third type of logical operator, which basically does not combine two comparison but basically negate the result of the comparison, and this is called this NOT operator, like as you can see in here, this small thing over here. Now I believe that you already got the essence of this NOT operator in the previous video, when we have discussed like this NOT equals, which basically checks the inequality between the left hand side and the right hand side. So I believe you already got the essence of this small exclamation symbol. So the meaning here is basically not. So let me show you the meaning of or the essence of this not operator now. So in order to do that, first let me get rid of all the annotations what I have used earlier in here, and then let me just get rid of this system.outline and also this combination, because not does not do any combination, but it just negate the result of one comparison. So let me just print this line, system.out.println, and here it is variable var result of comparison whose actual value is false. So like here, and instead of just printing the actual value of the variable like this, I am just using or prepending this result with a not symbol before. So what does this mean now? This not symbol basically negate the result of this var result of comparison 1. Negate means it will just flip it the other way or convert it the other way, the toggle to the other way, other value of the boolean. So that means var result of comparison 1 is now false. Whenever you prepend it with not, it will be read as by the Java program as not false. And not false, what is the meaning of not false? Meaning of not false is true. So this line should print true in the output window. So let's run this program and let's see whether it print true or not. And well, I got an error because, well, I think I have missed a semicolon. So let me just put a semicolon after this line in here, and now let me run this program. And as I just explained, that true is printed because it is just the result of not false. Okay, the same way if you change the value to true in here, like var result of comparison 1 is actually true and you are prepending it with not, so that will be read by the Java program as not true. Now not true means it should print false in here. So let us just run it just to check whether our understanding is correct or not. And yes, as you can see that it printed false. The actual value was true. It, using this not operator, we just flipped that value from true to false. So that is all about the Java logical operators.